Yashodanandana Brajajanarandana Yashodanandana Brajajanarandana Yamunatira Yamuna Tera Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Jaya Radha Gopinath Radha Gopinath Radhe Jaya Jagannath Jaya Jagannath Jaya Baladeva Jaya Subhadra Jaya Prabhupada 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 Srila Prabhupada Prabhupada Jaya Gurudeva 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 Jaya Gurudeva Gurudeva Nitai Gaura Haribo Gaura Haribo Haribo Nitai Gaura Haribo Nitai Gauranga Nitai Gauranga Oh Haribo Narayana Namaskritya Naranchaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasan Tachodayam Udirayet Nastapraya Svabhadresu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Tamasloke Bhakti Bhavati Nashtike Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Agyanam Thiruvanandasya Gyananjana Shalakaya Chakshomalitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhistam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Sayam Rupa Kadama Hindrati Svaparantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Parakamalam Shri Guru Vaishnavam Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Ragunatam Vitam Tam Sajevam Sadhutam Savadutam Prajana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padana Sakana Lalita Shri Vishakam Vitam Shah He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Nabando Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namustute Tapta Kanchana Gaurange Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanasute Devi Pranamami Haripriya Vanchakarpatarubhyascha Kripasindhudevacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasari Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Granthara Srimad Bhagavatam K. Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 1, Chapter 7, text, I think it's actually text 34, not 35. Sanskrit entitled Son of Drona Punished. Sanskrit recitation. Shibiraya Nisantam Rajwa Bandwa Rupam Balat Praharjunam Prakupito Bhagavanam Bhujeksana Shiraya Nisantam Shibiraya Nisantam Rajwa Bandhwa Rupam Balat Praharjunam Prakupito Bhagavanam Bhujeksana Shibiraya Nisantam Rajwa Bandhwa Rupam Balat Praharjunam Prakupito Bhagavan Ambujeksana. Word for translation. Shibaraya on the way to the military camp. Ninisatam while bringing him. Rajwa by the ropes. Badwa bound up. Rupam Ripum the enemy. Balat by force. Praha said. Arjunam unto Arjuna. Prakupitaha in an angry mood. Bhagavan, the personality of Godhead. Ambuja Iksanam, who looks with his lotus eyes. Translation of Prabhupada Jagaguru Srila Prabhupada. Translation. After binding Aswatthama, Arjuna wanted to take him to the military camp. The personality of Godhead Shri Krishna, knowing on with his lotus eyes, spoke to angry Arjuna. Basically repeats. After binding Aswatthama, Arjuna took him to the military camp. Arjuna wanted to take him to the military camp. The personality of God had Shri Krishna, looking on with his lotus eyes, spoke to angry Arjuna. Purpose. Both Arjuna and Lord Shri Krishna are described here in an angry mood. But Arjuna's eyes were like balls of red copper, whereas the eyes of the Lord were like lotuses. This means that the angry mood of Arjuna and that of the Lord are not on the same level. The Lord is transcendence. The Lord in his transcendence. The Lord is transcendence, and thus he is absolute in any stage. His anger is not like the anger of a conditioned living being within the modes of qualitative mature nature. Because he is absolute, both his anger and pleasure are the same. His anger is not exhibited in the three modes of material nature. It is only a sign of his bent of mind towards the cause of his devotees, because that is his transcendental nature. Therefore, even if he is angry, the object of anger is blessed. He is unchanged in all circumstances. So here we Here the mood of Arjuna after so conquer Aswatthama. And my say give us an understanding say whenever our time is due by karma for us to suffer, we are destined, we are bound by mature nature. It is Krishna's sanctioning that we have to suffer. We have to. It will happen. It's just it's not and yet if it's a matter of when. Everything is going to happen. So means that your time is up. So sometimes we do say why are so good things are happening to bad people and bad things happening to good people and all that. Yes, the end justifies the means. We may see somebody to be very exalted, very good, having all wonderful qualities and so what. But then the end, how he's going to leave his body or justify the kind of consciousness that the person is keeping in mind. So we could see here Aswatthama had a very exalted family lineage. His father was very exalted, his mother, and he had become the black spot in the family, tainted all the years, generations of good fortune of the family by his whimsical activity of disturbing devotees. And Arjuna kwache Aswatthama and wadi ahomachichere. Why? Because he's an aggressor. For an aggressor, he has to suffer the consequences of his actions. Because Arjuna, is a sadhu. I didn't Arjuna in Aswatthama as well. No. He said, if we leave Aswatthama to go, then Aswatthama is going to expand. We're going to have many Aswatthmas who are going to bring a lot of imbalance to the material world. Through Uncle Pubis, I say, most of my Hare Krishna for most of my Now, all about years we are booking. I saw one so and I said, this is foolish question because, this is aggressor. When somebody is coming to cause disturbance to your body and to the lives of others, for one who is intelligent, there is a need for protection. And there's no question, say, Obisi or a non-violent. Until when violence is chasing him, he should not reciprocate by protecting himself. And so we hear in the purport that Krishna, properly said, Krishna had lotus eyes. Even though when Krishna was angry, Arjuna was also angry. And yes, Arjuna's eyes were like red balls of copper, hot copper balls. But then Krishna's one was like lotus. Lotus means he was still calm and was still sweet, even though he was angry. So that is transcendence. Transcendence comes in anger and it is used for service. It is not used to gratify the senses. So, for example, when people say like this, oh, when I say Hare Krishna for Muslim, I don't know, malaria. Because ana COVID-19 virus and virus no living entities. This is crazy stuff. The body is not meant for us. The body is meant to be used in the service of Krishna. So when one is an aggressor means that he is violent. He is causing disturbances to the lives of others. He needs to be stopped. And if it requires violence to stop such a personality, violence has to be applied. But that violence, is not meant to the end of that violence, doesn't create another violence, but it subdues, makes things tranquil and because that violence is in the mode of goodness. And the Arjuna utilized his violence in service by capturing Aswatthama, binding him up, and punishing him with his due, necessary punishments. Sometimes these rebels near them, so papa na, like the rebel leader na, they make sure say the ringleaders the ringleaders they will massacre because say the leader na, very soon the ringleaders one will also rise to become the leader of the crew of the gang. And see, these people are very dangerous, that if we leave them hanging or may expand, they will create a lot of misfortune. And Krishna, it will get to the point that if we don't do our duty, Krishna would have to come. Bhagavad Gita, he said, he comes to destroy the demons because they have become so much that Oma expanded. The Lord himself has to come and deal with them and also give solace to his devotees and give them some leela to enjoy. So there's a story of one mounts we kura, the church mounts, the set temple hana mounts we have. And this mount was always harassed by Okrabia war temple honum. So one time the Maharaj Sadhu by, and the mounts and the car said, oh, or then hear seminar to Sadhu in Guru and him say, Sir, Okra way they do a tate in my life. Me for her now he wants to kill me. And see, Mr. Rasa Boame, give me protection. And I suddenly asked, okay, so what do you want? And I say, Mama, bless me, and that means me the body of a cat, means me your cra. So I be a cra and a banner, so yes, over here, or cry me your cra, and who do a. And see, the Sadhu blessed him and he became a cat. And after he became a cat, you know, he realized the dogs are also chasing him. Nkama o mantemo nyina mu na no mu pompa so mu chise no so no mu kuno na o sa ade ne nim hantwo sa o mu born one time no sa ba Sadhu no akase ya de o mayeme now nkra no de me no mu sis me no mu timi feel so but nkrama o mantemo nyina wo hia me a no mo harase me nti mesere senka obesimi amama nya another body of a dog. Then he became the Sadhu blessed him and he became a dog. And when he became a dog, he became so powerful and a ringleader of all the dogs over there, very powerful and Obiam Bonecham, so he was like. And he later on realized that now I'm saying why so exalted, you know. The men in the Memana and Mohono, or Monomota Bono, both the Boba Buronia, you know. And one time we okofa de no kwan so ofa na mantemum form mema no omo no mo si na bo nti eya no asaba hwe mura de asa to me nti Mr. Anka besima bi afa ho asi me hu se kraman body ne kura no enya de secured na oka so opadi na o se me hu se nipa no mo bo me no mo suro abo bi e ne jata e ne jata nti mesre se anka mame the body of a lion. Then I can have my peace of mind and know, say, because the lion is said to be the king of the jungle, which may have that peace and that power or authority to feel protected or whatever. And I started no blessing, no. Started no blessing no better than a lion, very powerful, ferocious lion. And he started no blessing in you know. I say now why a lion was okay, that's and see I feel also now. And I said because my bless you quite now if I started hearing I said no. Now senable and I started because I think was say no accommodate me. And see I was I feel and I going to say twice I said no so no. And I said no sir. I reverse the blessings and also have that kura. So that is the nature of the material world. Sometimes when somebody becomes an aggressor, he has to be taken to his position or in the court where he belongs, or the law has to deal with him accordingly. And there's another story of Sadhu cat baba. Into a crab I could or no ba or temple room na like Yama lecture say you know what kata no Krishna conscious lecture near there. And I said in a crown a car say send ye kind of non-violence who here near a day and see me say mama going to be vegetarian and crow man tell me I crow heavy a mimi beam. And see Babanas I crown not to honor Buchanan and I know I chant Mahamantra. Bojapa, 16 rounds. It's Obadane Sadhu. Amongst a union, people realize this cat is or a Sadhu or Chante or Baba Mangarati no Jinim, No, you say my class I know what to know it. And I drew say na cats no in Kurana or hono. Omudina ho because to say no also on one could be a vegetarian. It's in Kurano, what's not so I japa. Was we have for not quitting a pumpum, no way in no way. And that corner, I say, on one nam I say, edge now also or doing crano as I buy, no traceable control. And see, I hear now, Munina Bab Brena Buguno, and or figure out when a dawn or call lock a dawn. No famous. And crowing in our room, and crying in a quay. Because, I mean, actually, do any other pretending. Because who say or advertises when your mini pa is vulnerable to him, be a bar, oh, your mini paddy, so on, your mini paddy, oh, say your mini paddy. And see, on who say, and in crank a true or crab a crab aquarina. Yes, a woo, chinia, what better is grano near crab aquamate. When you're back on, so I guess what you know, Honka Cranka Crow, Reka Cranberry in a tail and a chamber has a, but you say, Yamiadum, and I'm the chanting. Incredible, so it's your high crab or two preliminary in Grey Affair. I mean, what the Fugin Ashe. And see, that is an aggressor. And when somebody has that mentality, he has to be dealt with. It doesn't matter, so I know also a Sadu Baba and a Cat Baba and the fact that he is an aggressor, he has to be dealt according to such and that nature. And Aswatama in this way was arrested by Arjuna and given the due punishment that he needs to be able to protect the world, because the Aswatama here and that weapon, Brahmastra weapon or chain, it could have done a lot of destruction. So Aswatama was not only an aggressor to Queen Kunti or the Pandavas alone, but then an aggressor to the whole universe. So he had to be dealt with and punished accordingly. Hare Krishna. So yeah, the Anubisi has a so a question and now comment for her. Hare Krishna. Yes, chanting is powerful. So even though it's not pretended to chant, but yet the goal of a chanting, then you're supposed to go back home. But God of chanting is no person in incredible. And it's like all of us. I know somebody can question it. Most of us are back temple, are back an environment of like a spiritual environment. The goal in interest we want to go back home. The goal is to material facility or no or crano. In Quran, so energy that is his wealth and sense gratification. In the you are chanting to get material things, and the result of his chanting he got. But he was not chanting for prema. That's why he did not get prema. And he was chanting for prema. And can Quran you still be fixed in his japa and his meditation. But because of say the goal of the chanting and the service, I know so many material things and he got. And after getting the material things, or falling down, he broke his principles. So that is it. That the holy name is powerful. That it is said that this Sankirtan movement is a prime benediction for humanity. And the Sankirtan, the Hare Krishna Mahamantra fulfills all our material and spiritual ambitions. It will be if you say, oh, material things not chanting, you are going to get it. You are going to get it. But then the consciousness should not be fixed on getting the material things. And see this cat baba no, the material, the goal of his chanting, which was to get in Kurano. And after getting it, because then you're Krishna conscious, I mean, that was not actually pure Krishna consciousness, isn't it? That in Kurano, a man for breaking the principles. See, that is how it works. Hare Krishna. Okay, so if there are no further questions or comments, we can end the class here. Thank you all for joining. Grantara Srimad Bhagavatam Ki Jai, ISKCON Kumasi Temple, Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Jai Gaura Premanande Haribo.